Hi, my name is Collins Chibuke Okoli, and this is my CSE 310 Module 2 project. I built a Java console application called Student Grade Manager. This program allows users to add students, enter their scores, calculate average, assign letter grades, and save all records to file so the data persists even after the program closes. I'll be showing you how it works first, and then I will explain. I'll walk through the codes. Okay. So to run, you have to do this to run, and I'm gonna hit enter. So when I run the program, it welcomes me just like we see here. It welcomes me and automatically checks for my previous saved records. Okay. Um, if a grade text file exists, it loads the students from there. Um, right now, we can see that I already loaded three students from and it is on my saved records. So I'm just going to be doing a few things. I'll add more students to it so that we can see how this program runs. Okay. So I'm going to be adding new students. So um, I'm going to hit on one. This is the main menu. One is to add a new student, and for the name I'm going to say let's say and brings a Kohli. All right. So you can see it says student Arinze Okoli added successfully. All right. This part says we are going to add scores to this student. So I'm going to click on 2, and you see it gives me a list of students that are already in this grade.txt, right? So I'm going to be adding for Arinze, which is number 4. And how many scores I want to add? I want to add 4 scores, and I'm going to hit enter. So for my first score I'm going to click on 90. For my second score I'm going to click on 89. Third score 99. Fourth score 100. Alright, and you see that it also says scores added to Arinze Okoli successfully. So now I'm not going to view our student. Now I'm not going to view the grade report. I just want to show us something different. Let me add a new student. So I'm going to say Onye Kachi Williams. All right, and I've added Onyekachi Williams. Now let's add scores to the student. Now it's gonna ask me for this, and I'm gonna say 5. Okay, so it says enter student. It says how many courses do you wanna? I wanna add 4 scores. So now it says enter score 1. That's from 0 to 100. So I'm gonna try something 102, and now we see that it brings up this prompt saying score must be between 0 and 100, right? So you see that this is actually working. So I'm gonna give it 79, 91, 89, and 88. Right, and then now we see that it has been added. So now let's view all students. When we view our students 3, this is how we're going to see it. Collins Okoli, we're going to see the name, the score, the average, the letter. So that is how it's going to be for each and every one of the students. We have 5 of them. To view grade reports, uh, we will see same thing. So when we want to view grade reports, you see for Collins Okoli we have B, for John Smith we have D, for Mary we have B, for Arinze we have A, and Onyekachi Williams we have B. So um, this is for viewing this. So I am gonna save this record to file so that it exists even after this is closed. So you see that it says record saved to grades.txt successfully. Now this saved because I already have a grade.txt successfully, right? So what I'm gonna do is hold on. I'm gonna take this real quick. Okay, and now let's close this program to see. So I'm gonna click on 6, and yeah, it says saving data and goodbye. So now let me run this again to see. Would see that everything that we have done before still exists. So basically that's what this program is about. So now I'm gonna walk through the codes. I'm gonna take this down and walk through the code. So let me just close this program so it doesn't do anything. So I'm gonna be walking us through the code so that we can understand what is happening here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the very top where I have this import statement, right? So this first import is it imports an array list from the Java collection framework, which I used it to store list of students and scores dynamically. This second import, it imports scanner, okay, which reads user input from the keyboard. And this third imports, it imports everything from the java.io, which gives me the file reading and writing classes like the print writer, the file writer, the buffered reader, and even the file reader. All right. So I'm gonna show us this class, right? So um, this is a static inner class student, right? So this class represents one student as an object, okay, and it has two private fields, and yeah, it has two private field, and one of the string is students, and this stores the full name. We can see this comment, it stores the full name and an array list, of double values called scores. This is it, this is all private, and this stores individual scores of this student. Okay, so I'm gonna show us the student constructor, right? So this constructor takes a name as a parameter. All right, so this is it, it takes a name as a parameter, and it initializes both fields. This is called every time we create a new student object. All right, I'm going to show us the add score method. This is the add score method, right? The add score method simply adds one score to the student array list. This is called every time the user enters a score for that student. Okay, I'm going to show us the average method. The average method uses a for each loop to add up the scores. Then it divides it by the number of scores to get the average. Now if there's no score, um, if no score have been added yet, it just returns a zero to avoid dividing by zero. So that is what this get average method does. um, I would show us the get. This is the get letter grade method as well. So this get letter grade method uses a chain of if else conditionals to assign a letter grade based on the average. Okay, 90 and above is an A, as we can see. um, 90 and above is an A. 80 to 89 is a B. 70 to 79 is a C, and then 60 to 69 is a D, and anything below 60 is an F. So that is what the get letter grade does. So this is to string method. All right, this is the toString method. Now this toString method, what it does is it uses a string builder to build a formatted string showing the student's name, all their courses, average, and letter grade. This is used when displaying student records on the screen. So that is what this is used for. Okay. um, Now I'm gonna show, this is the toString method. Sorry, this is the toString method. It shows everything. So now I'm gonna show us the main method. Okay, now the main method is, this is it, the main method is the entry point of the program, right? It is the entry point of the program. It first calls load from file to check for save data, then enters a while loop that keeps running until the user chooses to exit. And inside the loop, a switch statement handles each method, each menu choice by calling the appropriate method. So that is what this main method does, right? So that is what it does. I'm going to be showing us, this is the print menu, the print menu method. Now the print menu method simply prints the sixth menu options to the console. It is called at the start of every loop iteration. So that is what this print menu method does. um, I'm gonna show us, this is the add student method. Okay, now this add student method, what it does is that it reads a name from the user, then uses a for each loop to check if the name already exists in the student array list, right? And if it does, the method returns early with a message. If not, it creates a new student object and add to the list. So that is what the add student method does. Okay. This is the add scores to students method. The add score to students method. So this is it, right? um, what it does is it displays all current students in a number list. It asks the user to pick one, then uses a for loop to collect as many scores as the user wants. A while loop inside validates each score to make it to make sure it is between 0 to 100. So that is what this does. So we can see it. Just make sure that this is between 0 to 100. Okay. um, this is scroll down a bit. This is the display all students method. So what this does is it displays all, it uses a for loop to iterate through um, the students array list and calls to string on each student to print their full record. That is what it does. And if we go downwards, we see grade report method. So basically, the grade report method uses print formatting to print a clean aligned table. Now the percent 20s and percent 10s format specifiers control column with so everything lines up neatly. So that is what it does, right? um, and we have save to file method. So basically what the save to file method does is that it uses a print writer and a file writer to write all student data to a file called grade.txt. For each student it writes the name with a name prefix, then each score with a score prefix, then three dashes as a separator. Everything is wrapped in a try catch block to handle any file writing errors gracefully. So if we scroll down, we would also see load from file method. So this basically first checks if there is a grade.txt that exists, and if it does, it uses the buffered reader to read it line by line, and the lines the lines starting with name, you know, creates a new student object. Line starting with score adds that score to current student. This is how we reconstruct all the save data when the program starts. If we scroll down, we would see the get input and get double input method. So this is the get input and the get double input method. So basically, um, these are helper methods actually. They safely read numbers from the user. They use a while loop and a try catch block. And if the user types something that is not a number, it catches the number format exception and asks again instead of crashing. So that is what this does basically. Um, to summarize all of the things I've learned in this module, I learned how to use Java classes and objects, you know, to model real world data, how to use ArrayList from the Java collection framework to store dynamic lists, how to use loops and conditionals to control program flow, how to write and read files for persistent data storage, and how to handle errors with try catch block. This was really great. It was a great learning experience for me. It was um, it was a very wonderful section learning core Java programming from scratch. Thank you so much for watching.